So let's discuss gravitational potential energy. Now, I have here a question. Have you tried slide down along a short water slide? Usually, nasa mga swimming pool, no? I think you have experienced siguro this one. Pagkabata ninyo, di ba? Even ako, I tried this one that, but dili siya kanang every month or so ba kanang consistent jud nga every year na because ako yung tao mangod na dili ko, I mean, ako ang childhood kay kanang basta ay dili siya pang tawag basta wala ko laglaog pool sa una, something ana. Aside from we can't afford, we can afford, I mean kanang dili lang jud mi hilig mag family outing, kumbaga maka attend lang kung mga ani kung siguro mga birthday sa silingan namaman ka or sa ba outing with siguro outing siguro sa mga kung ate ganon. Now, if you tried siguro nakatry na mo, for sure halos kamo tanan nakatry na mo jud ani. Kay usually nani siya sa mga pambata, di ba? We can find this sliding, di ba, na sa mga pambata na mga pool. So this is a short water slide. Also, how about a very high water slide? Ang natay, I don't know if ma-consider ba siya nga very high, but bata pa nung high school pa nung kwato sa Liriv. Very high ba yung sa Liriv? Nakaadto mo gatong sa may Cotabato to sa Liriv. May taas dito siyang sliding na straight lang siya. Unlike sa other na mga pool na medyo ito bako-bako or paliko-paliko. I never been in 7 Seas also, no. To those na nakaadto 7 Seas, may pa mo. Yeah, I never been in 7 Seas sa may Cagayan god. Doon may doon very high water na slide doon. And if ever nakatry na kayo, 'di ba napansin niyo class na if mas mahaba yung starting point ng slide, 'di ba? You will, 'di ba, the faster you will go. And of course, the more enjoyable the experience is. 'Di ba kung taas ka yung mas mataas your slopey kumbaga or mas mahaba or mataas yung height ng water slide, medyo mas mabilis yung yung takbo mo or ang pag-slide mo. And that is a great experience. Kung man good, kung mubo ra kaayo murag bitin, kumbaga bitin. Now, in this lesson, we will learn more about gravitational potential energy and the effect of the elevation to the total work that can be done to the object. Okay na Frank. Nagulat yung mga Okay. Now, the objectives this morning, at the end of the lesson, you will be able to define gravitational potential energy. Also, analyze motion involving gravitational potential energy, analyze and interpret diagrams, and solve problems involving gravitational potential energy and work. Yan yung objective natin this morning. Now, let's define let's define potential energy first. So, an object, by virtue of its position, may store energy. This energy can readily be transformed into other forms of energy, and such as energy in motion or other forms. So, this type of energy is the object's potential energy. Meanwhile, gravitational potential energy, this is the work done by the gravitational force to an object. Take note, pila yung acceleration due to gravity. Ang ginagamit natin is 9.81. Other references, they used 9.8. Diba kung mapansin ninyo, I know that kung mag-quiz tag na-search niyo ang problem sa internet, but sad to say, ang solution is quite iba kasi the internet will use 9.8, dili 9.81. Napansin niyo na, di ba? If you're going to try to search some of our questions or quizzes natin, 9.8 ang ginagamit sa internet. So wala kayong choice kasi take note, we use 9.81 and there is a possibility talaga na if i-follow niyo sa internet na solution compare sa solution talaga na your own solution based on 9.81, there is a margin of error no sa answer. Na slight error talaga sa answer niyo. Kaya nga do not rely always the answer sa internet. Okay lang man sa ako na mag-search mo as long as ang i-search ninyo isang process na niya saan siya pag-solve something mas masabdan pa na ako na siya. But the good thing man good is lahi jud siya nga answer no, like iba ang ang ginamit namin is 9.81 talaga. That's the anong tawag diyan kanang that's the other kasi yun yung way namin para dili kayo mag-rely sa answer sa internet. Other cases nga 10 ang ginagamit. Yeah, other cases 10 ang ginagamit nila for acceleration due to gravity. But again, in our class it should be 9.81. Okay, it should be 9.81 ha. Now, please take note of this one. The amount of gravitational potential energy possessed by a system is equal to the amount of work done against by the gravity. Now, what's the formula of work? Work is force times distance. So, the gravitational potential energy is equal to the work done against by the gravity. So, we have here an equation. This one, the GPE, actually GPE yung ginamit ko dito, hindi siya gravitational potential energy. Again this is gravitational potential energy. Ang ginamit is GPE lang para mas clear. So ito yung sinabi doon sa statement na equal to the amount of work done against gravity. Note, work is equal to force times distance. Okay? And take note, force, we have mass times acceleration. So in this case, for the gravitational potential energy, work done against by the gravity. So mass times acceleration due to gravity times d. Actually, d ang ginagamit natin, di ba? This is the height or the distance or the displacement, di ba, of the vertical component. The y or the d. They're just the same. Parehas na sila. D lang yung gagamitin natin para, kasi yan man yung nakasanayan na natin. D yung ginagamit natin. D na yung ginagamit natin on previous lesson. Okay. The total work done of an object due to the gravitational force is equal to the change in its gravitational potential energy and can be expressed as, this is the total work, is equal to the change. This triangle, this delta, this means change, change of the potential gravity. Wait lang Wait lang Wait lang. Nalang ko i-check. Grado na ako sa doctoral. Nag-release na ako teacher o grado. Wait lang. Sorry for the interruption. Okay, wala pa di ay. Kalagot. Oy, wala pa di ako. Walayo man di ako ang last name di kay O. Excited ba naman ko? But anyways, let's continue. The total work is equal to the change of the gravitational potential energy. So ano yung change of gravitational potential energy? So we have here, there is a change of the direction, the change of the distance, okay? There is a change of the distance and that will serve as your total work. So same pa rin yung formula, but there is a sudden change of the distance, the y, okay? Y minus y1, and that will serve as the change of your gravitational potential energy. Okay, now let's have this one. Consider an object that moves downward. Tingnan niyo yung object ito yung object natin. The motion of the object, this one, the motion of the object is going downward. This is the starting point of the object. Now, the only force that acts on it is the gravitational force or the weight of an object. Tama naman, di ba? Of course, everything naman nga kung mahagbong or ano is ginabira man siya sa gravity. So again, the only force that acts on it is the gravitational force or the weight of an object. Now, the motion is going downward. Tingnan nyo dito. And then, di ba, the acceleration due to gravity is negative. Tama? Tama ba? Negative. Now, the work done by the gravitational force is positive since the displacement and the direction of the force are the same. Again, the work done by the gravitational force is positive since the displacement and the direction of the force are the same. Di ba? Yung motion natin or the object is going downward. At the same time, the acceleration due to gravity is always negative. That means the work done by the gravitational force is positive. However, the change in the potential energy of the object is negative. So, bakit negative? Now, the starting height or displacement of the object is ano, di ba mas taas, di ba ito? The y1 kaysa sa y2. Di ba mas mahaba yung starting niya na height? Now, it ended up from higher elevation to lower elevation. Di ba nagbaba siya from taas na elevation to lower elevation, nababa siya. That makes the change of your potential energy of the object as negative. Okay? Meanwhile, let's consider an object going upward. What if gilift siya? So the object will move up because of an external force. Yung kanina, baliktad yan. The motion is going downward, but this time the motion is going upward. In this situation, since mas malaki yung y2 natin, di ba? The starting is yung height niya is maliit, the y1, then gilift up niya, so the y2 is larger than the y1. That makes the external force here, the gravitational potential energy here is positive. The change in the potential energy here is positive. Kasi mas malaki yung y2 kaysa sa y1. However, the gravitational force is negative. Sir, bakit negative yung gravitational force? Take note, the motion is going upward. Gilift up siya. But, di ba? Even though yung motion natin is upward, still, the acceleration due to gravity is negative. So, they are in opposite direction. Okay? They are in opposite direction. That makes your gravitational force exerted a negative work. Okay? Next. This one. I want you to copy this one. This will serve as the summary, yung previous kanina. The sign convention for work and energy due to gravity. Okay? Please take note of this one. Kung upward siya, the y2 is greater than y1, but the work done by the gravity is negative. However, the gravitational potential energy here it increases. Yeah, it increases. Meanwhile, if it is downward, so y2 minus is less than y1, the work done by the gravity is positive. That makes your gravitational potential energy here decreases. So please take note of this one. Okay. Now, how about this one? What can you say about the potential energy of the system on each scenario? And which has the greatest potential energy and why do you think so? So kindly chat your answer. Wait lang. Let me, muna, right? This is system A, system B, and system C. One. Okay? So, which has the greatest potential energy here? Sige daw, be? Kindly analyze. Okay, so the answer is, actually the answer is, as long as they are at the same height, their systems have the same potential energy. Again, please take note of this one. Regardless how sloopy or any, as long as the system have the same potential energy, I mean, the same height. Di ba parehas lang silang height? As you can see, based on the given figure, pantay lang sila ng height. The height is 3 meters. So as long as they have the same height, their systems have the same potential energy. So please take note of that one. Okay. Akala daw bika diretso raw harang. Okay, again ha, regardless of sa how slopey or sa pag-agian niya, as long as they are they have the same height, they have the same potential energy. So potential energy is not a property of the object, but a property of the interaction between the object at saka the gravity or the earth itself. Now, let's have this one, a potential energy graph. Now, we have stable equilibrium, unstable equilibrium, at saka neutral equilibrium. Now, stable equilibrium, that's point D, yeah, it exists if the net force is 0 and small changes in the system would cause an increase in potential energy. Again, stable equilibrium exists if the net force is 0 and the small changes in the system would cause an increase in potential energy. Dara siya. We have also unstable equilibrium. We have point F. Point F is unstable equilibrium. It exists if the net force is 0 and small changes in the system would cause decrease in potential energy. So, ang unstable o stable equilibrium, similar lang sila. Again, they exist if their net force is 0. But for stable, the system would cause sudden increase. For unstable, the system would cause a decrease. Sir, nganong dili unstable ang C? Okay, bakit dili unstable ang C? Now, based dito, we have this line, ito. I forgot the term of this line. So, tawag ani ha. Basta, kumbaga pa, this is the turning, I mean, kanang, kung si tawag na, basta, mura siya kanang, dili lang kutob. Nalapas magud ang C. Yeah, C. Asya kasi dito, si C natin is This is above our total energy. Now, in determining stable at saka unstable equilibrium, we should refer our answer this one lang, dito na part, dito na area. Okay? Dito lang na area, below the total energy. Ang B is not stable. Yeah, B is not stable nor unstable. B is the turning point of the total energy. Again na, B is the turning point. Sir, bakit tinawag siya na turning point kumbaga? Because kung baga ito yung total energy mo, diri magud siya na hit niya ang B. Okay? Dito niya na hit yung B natin. That's the turning point of the total energy. Okay? Again na, si B, dili siya stable nor unstable or neutral. Si B yung turning point kasi, kumbaga, diri itong, the intersection of the total energy at saka the point B, dara. Si A o si E, class, kanang si A o si E, unsay napansin nyo kay A o E? Anyone, unsay napansin nyo kay point A o point E? Si point A, tanawa, straight lang sila, no? Point E, straight lang sila. And what does it mean? It means they are in neutral equilibrium. Again, point E and point E is in neutral equilibrium. Okay, they exist if the net force is zero and small changes in the system have no effect on the potential energy. Based on the graph, naka-straight lang sila. Di ba? Neutral. So that's neutral equilibrium, points A and E. Now, let me share with you this one. This graph, another example. Ito. I want you to answer this one. Unsa si point A, si point B, C, D, E, and F? Again, point A, B, C, D, E, and F. Okay, kindly chat your answer. Kindly put labels. Point A, kuan. Point B, kuan. Point C, D, E, and F, kuan. So I want you to chat your answer. Okay, sige. Sige, Trish. Tarot lang. Okay. Point A is the turning point. That's correct. Point A is the turning point. Jujuwain. O, pangita na mong uyab no para namin ka-date February 14. Uy, magklase mo dito February 14. So, di ay mo. Magklase ta dili. Mabalaan na siya mga 1 week before February or usa ba mag-announce lang ko. Pasabot anak class kasi synchronous mo ko ng February 14. O matingala na lang mo no mag-post ko nga class, mag-asynchronous lang dita class. Pasabot anak na ako ka-date. Pero kung magklase ta, wala ako ka-date. Yeah, that's Monday ang February 14 and Depende pa kung naapay ka date. Manifesting daw. Pag naakoy ka date, dili ko dito mag-classy. Parang wala G quiz. Para lang. Okay, so letter A is the turning point. Letter B and F is the neutral. Letter D is the unstable. C and E is the C and E is the stable. But actually no, ang point ko diri like ang stable talaga dito is si C. Si C is more stable than E. Again, C is more stable than E. Okay? So, yun. Please study this one because there's a possibility na lalabas ito sa quiz. Okay. I think ang D is, wait lang, ang D is the unstable. Ha? Si D ang unstable. Si S ang stable. Oo. Okay. Now, let's proceed to the problem solving. So, okay, please prepare your pen and paper para mag-practice solving na tayo. Sige. We have here a question. How much work is done in lifting a 100 Newton block of ice in a vertical distance of 2 meters? Now, I will call some students. Yes. Ayaw mo pag-leave, ha? Yes. Tumago na ako ay. Mag-start na ni ano. Yes, Fahajir. Are you there, Fahajir? Fahajir. Fahajir. Ano si Fahajir? Wala si pa. Out mas siguro ni si Fahajir or ni Liv. Naaman. Uy, Fahajir. Asa man ka? Fahajir? Wala man si Fahajir. O sige. The question na lang. Una ang question ha. So what are the given? So anyone who can tell me the given? Based on the problem, what are the given? Anyone? Yes, Eric, what are the given, Eric?
100.0 Newton po, sir, as mass.
Unsa man ang 100 Newton?
Mass po, sir.
Ang mass?
Ay, wait.
Okay, the 100 Newton block. Okay, that's correct, the weight. Or another term for the weight is force. Okay, thank you. Then unsa man ning 2 meters nato diri Eric? Eric?
Displacement, sir.
Okay, thank you. Tama, that's the D. So sabi ni Eric, ang 100 is the weight, which is correct also because weight is also force, no? So the force is 100 Newton. 100 Newton. And anong tawag dito? The D. The D is 2 meters. The displacement. Now, the formula, we have the formula, no? The formula of the GPA, work. Di ba work is, the question is how much work is done. So the formula for work is equal to force times displacement. So we already have the value of our force. The force is 100 Newton. And then our displacement is 2. So your answer must be 200. What's the unit for work? The unit for work is what? It's joules. Huwag nyo kalimutan ang unit ng work. It's joules. Now, based sa ating given, what should be the final answer following the significant figure? Again, based on the given, following the significant figure, what should be the final answer? There are two ways in writing the final answer of this one. We have 200 joules na naay tuldok sa tumoy. Or, in scientific notation, scientific notation, we have 2.00 times 10 raised to 2 joules. They're just the same, but different format. But still, it follows the significant figure. Okay? So kindly copy. Okay. Now let's have another problem. Yeah, let's proceed to another problem. A crane lifts maglisod maulitok ay. A crane lifts a 75 kilogram mass, a height of 8 meters. Calculate the gravitational potential energy by the mass. Okay? So let's write the given. No, again, it is very important to write the given. Kung mapansin niyo no, ni blue akong dagway, no, reflection din na siya sa paper nga PowerPoint. wala kog Smurf. Okay. The given are the following. This 75 kilogram is the mass. And then the height. The displacement or D is 8 meters. And of course, we should write the acceleration due to gravity. The acceleration due to gravity is 9.81. Let's write positive and negative na lang para ma-see. Now, the formula of the gravitational potential energy, here is mass times acceleration due to gravity times d. That's the formula. Okay? So, we are going to find the gravitational potential energy. So, let's substitute. The mass is 75 kilograms. The acceleration due to gravity is 9.81 meter per second. Then the D is 8 meters. Now, class, kindly multiply this one daw. Multiply this one and do not apply the significant figure first. Okay? Ayos is i-apply. What's the answer? 75 times 9.81 times 8. Okay, it's 5,886. Again, the question is, what's the unit for gravitational potential energy? What's the unit? It's still joules. Sir, bakit joules siya, sir? It's because gravitational potential energy, still energy, di ba? And I've mentioned earlier that energy, the unit for energy is joules pa din. So, 5,886 joules. And what will be your final answer? Final answer applying the significant figure. Again, the final answer applying the significant figure. Your answer must be what? What?
5,900 po, sir.
Okay, very good. It's 5,900 joules. Okay? Round off tayo, no? Diri ang significant. Yan. So, two significant figures lang tayo. So, our answer is 5,900 joules. So, kindly copy first. Okay, the question here is, yes, positive yung gravity natin. Yes, nagagamitin. To think also, di ba? The question here is, a crane lifts, di ba? A crane lift. So, upward. Di ba? Ano yung sagot doon last time? Pag ang gravitational potential energy mo, pag upward gani siya, pag lift up gani siya, the gravitational potential energy is positive. So, for our answer here, it's positive yung gravitational potential energy natin. Okay, let's proceed. This one. A block of a block of mass 2 kilogram rests on table. If its gravitational potential energy is positive 150 joules, the question is, how high is the table? Okay? How high is the table? That's the question. Now, let's write the given. The mass is 2 kilogram. Okay, wait, 2.0 pala. Then the gravitational potential energy is 150 joules. Then the acceleration due to gravity, yeah, positive yung gagamitin natin. And then the height, the D is missing. Di ba from the question itself, how high is the table? Gaano kataas yung table natin? Okay? Now, the formula, GPE, again now we will use GPE ha kay mas ganahan mo ko unlike atong U-grav o yung U gravitational energy, U din baba sa grav. GPE is equal to mass times acceleration due to gravity times D. Now, the missing is D. The missing is the D. So we can manipulate our formula. The formula becomes D is equal to GPE over mg. Okay, GPE over mg. The gravitational potential energy divided by the mass times acceleration due to gravity. Or D is equal to the gravitational potential energy divided by the product of mass times acceleration due to gravity. Yan. So substitute, it's 150 joules divided by the mass is 2 kilograms times 9.81. Sige daw, what's the answer, class? What's the answer? Okay, wala pa si
7.64525 something.
Okay, 7.6. Sige lang, 64525 lang atong isulat. Okay, what's the unit? The unit is meters. Okay? The unit is meters. So the height of the table is 7.64525 meters. Now, we should apply significant figure and our answer is, the final answer is 6.7. Ay, mali, baliktad. 7.6. 6.7. 7.6. Again, 7.6 yung sagot natin. Meters. Yan. So, the answer is 7.6 meters. So, kindly copy muna the solution before we will proceed to another example. For the next example, kayo ang magsosolve. Again, for the next remaining examples, so, dalawang example na lang yung naiwan, kayo ang magsosolve. Okay, para practice test. Okay? Okay, wait lang, nag-copy pa ang uban siguro. Okay. Sige, next, let's proceed to our next example. Kayo ang magsosolve ha, practice test tayo. This one. Okay, only answer this one. Take note, 1.00 times 10 raised to 6 joules. This is 1 million joules or 1 megajoules. 1 megajoules. Sige, I want you to answer this one. Same situation lang yan siya sa problem kanina. Take your time to solve. Okay, so let's check your answer. 1,570 meters. Sige. Let's write the check. Let's write the given. So the given are the following. So, you were told that on the top of the skyscraper that you are in, the gravitational potential energy at the top is 1. Okay, let's write the given, the GPE. The GPE we have 1.00 times 10 raised to 6 joules. And this is equivalent to how many joules? This is 1 million joules. Yan. Then, if this was measured relative to an average person weighing, ay dili ko belong sa average no. Nitaba na mga ko. The mass is 65 kilogram. My God, I'm already 67 kilogram. Magpa-weight loss na ko. Then the acceleration due to gravity is 9.81. Yan. So the formula we have derived earlier, D is equal to gravitational potential energy divided by the mass times acceleration due to gravity. So D is equal to 1 million joules divided by the mass. The mass is 65 times the acceleration due to gravity is 9.81. Your answer is D. Katong wala pa naka-significant figure. Pili answer pag wala pa naka-significant figure? 1,500.
1,568.258449.
25. Mabuo na lang na ako. Yeah.
84.
Okay.
Sige.
Ano lang. Ay, tama ba? 0.25?
0.258449.
Sige, sige. Sige. So, this is the answer pag wala naka-significant figure. And your answer is, your answer should have two ba? Yeah. I know 3. Your answer should have 3 significant figure. The mass has 3 significant figure. The GPE has 3 significant figure. So your answer must contain 3 significant figure. That means that the height of, or ang katason sa skyscraper is 1,570 meters. Okay? So your answers are correct. Congratulations. Again, your answers are correct and congratulations to that. Okay? Okay, next. Now, for the next example, I want you to solve this one also. I think this will be the last example. Yeah. I wanted to solve this one. Yeah. Okay, take your time. Please take note that you need to convert the mass into kilogram. Okay? Naka-grams ang mass diri, so i-convert ang mass into kilogram. Okay, let's check your answer. So let's write the given. The mass is in grams, so we need to convert our mass into kilogram. So 10.0 grams. What is the conversion of this one into kilogram? What is the answer into kilogram? 10 grams is equal to how many kilograms? We have 0.001
0.001.
or 01? Sige, sige. I-check daw. Sige. I think it's 0.1. 0.01 kilogram. Okay? 0.01 kilogram. Next, the GPE, the gravitational potential energy is given, which is 650 joules. Yan. Actually dapat ang GPE ani negative, di ba? To think that it's going downward. Napansin niyo dapat ang GPE dapat ani is negative because it's going downward. Okay? Then the acceleration due to gravity, we have 9.81 meter per second squared. Okay? So again I think the is negative yung natin because it's going downward yung GPE natin. Negative siya dapat. It's kasi pababa man siya. Tama? Na drop from elevation. Okay. Now the formula we have since ang gipangita is ang D. Okay? The height of siguro o sa kataas ang gidrapan sa coin. So we have here D is equal to GPE over mass times acceleration due to gravity. Lost. Okay. That's correct. Thank you, Milsha, for the idea. Sabi ni Milsha is daw, because of the term lost. Yeah, di ba? When we say lost is somehow sort of negative, di ba? Na negative siya. Okay. Let's substitute D is equal to GPE is 650 joules. Negative rather. The mass is 0.01. Then times 9.81. What will be the answer if wala siya naka-significant figure? What will be the answer pag wala naka-significant figure? The answer must be
6,625.89.
6,625, tama? 625.89 meters. Okay? Take note ha, the negative sign here, it tells you the direction only. Again ha, the negative sign, it tells you the direction only. Okay? So, your answer is applying significant figure, we have two significant figure lang tayo. So, negative 6,600 meters. Basig ma-shock mo sa kung quiz, basig positive lang ang nakabutang dito class. Again ha, basig ma-shock mo sa quiz na kung positive lang nakabutang dito, but the negative sign will it tells you the direction only. Yeah, maging positive pa rin yung G. Yeah, maging positive pa rin yung G dyan kasi if we are going to apply yung anong tawag doon? Yung negative weight kumbaga, yung previous lesson good natin, yung applied force is equal to negative weight, yon. So gidiretso lang natin na negative na lang yung acceleration due to gravity. Okay, but again I will still accept no if your answer is 6,600 meters. Yeah. Kasi still correct naman din. The negative sign here, it tells you the direction. Okay? So I think that's all for our discussion about potential energy. Okay, true or false na siya dito yung ano. Yeah, in this situation now, we will use the positive sign of the acceleration due to gravity. But actually, negative man talaga siya dapat, no? But because of yung kanina god, yung take note, yung applied force plus weight is equal to 0. Ayan, di ba? Magiging applied force. Siya ito yung previous lesson natin last quarter. It's equal to negative weight. The negative weight, then yung acceleration due to gravity natin is negative man siya. It will turn out that our weight will become positive. So, gidiretso na lang natin na positive na lang siya. But again, technically, negative talaga yung acceleration due to gravity. Yes. Now, let's proceed to the law of conservation of energy. This lesson, concept lang ako i-discuss, ani ha? Concept lang. And don't you worry because na ako i-post na video ni Sir Carmelo discussing conservation of mechanical energy. Again, sa video ni Sir Carmelo, ma-discuss doon ang conservation of mechanical energy. For sure, hindi na ako siya ma-discuss karon. So, a wind turbine. Okay, turbine. Actually, dili turbine ako pagbasa ni sa una. Turbine. But it's okay. Different people, different pronunciation. A wind turbine transforms mechanical energy into electrical energy. And same with the dam, di ba? The dam. The potential energy of a water in dam is transformed into kinetic energy, which is then used to produce electrical energy. Kaya we have electricity right now. Together with the mga falls, di ba? Mga example, the Maria Cristina Falls. The source of electricity doon sa may Iligan banda. Iligan ba 'yan? Basta something sa may north. Now, a roller coaster ride utilizes the transformation of gravitational potential energy into kinetic energy and back, which makes the ride more thrilling. Di ba napansin niyo sa roller coaster if nakasakay na mo? Kaya ako wala pa. Wala po kasakay mga. Yeah, I never been into mga amusement park na mga ganito. Ako nasakyan sa una kay sa Digos lang man to oy. I never been Ferris wheel. Wala pa ako nakasakay Ferris wheel jud ever since. Bisag nato Ferris wheel sa Digos sa una, wala ako kasakay ana. Even sa Davao ako kasakay. Ako nasakyan kadto kung nakasaduyan tapos malagpot-lagpot. Mura to masakyan. Yeah, other pa sa amusement park, yeah, I've never been. So one of my goals this year makasakay kong mga ingana. I want to go to any amusement park or even sa Cebu lang. Supposedly next year mag-Cebu biya unta pugon mo kato ilangan sa Cebu. Pero wala man, so pandemic, so sad. I mean 2020 pala to nga time, 2020. Nakababok na ko ang ticket ato. Okay, so di ba ang sa roller coaster, if pababa siya, grabe yung nag-increase yung kinetic energy. Then yung potential energy mo mag-decrease. Then pag naka sa taas class, di ba pagkapot sa taas ana class, ang imong kinetic energy mag-decrease, ang imong potential energy mag-increase. Okay? And in all these examples, energy is always conserved. It means that the value of the quantity has remained unchanged over time. So the term conversation Okay, nawala ko pinakalit. Okay, let's continue. Naputol ang wifi. Okay. The law of conservation of energy states that the total energy of a system neither increases nor decreases. It rather only gets changed from one form to another or transformed from one source to another, but its total amount remains constant or remains unchanged. That's the yan yung sinabi ng law of conservation of energy. The alternative statements also of the law include energy. Energy can neither be created nor destroyed, only transformed. In a closed system, the system's total energy is conserved, or should I say, it's constant or remain unchanged. That's the law of conservation of energy. The universe is considered as an isolated system in which all of the forms of energy cyclically or cyclically get transformed from one form to another. And the law of conservation of energy has never been found to be violable anywhere. Yeah, ito yung sinabi ko, conservation of mechanical energy. Yeah, it was I will post a link of the YouTube video, video discussion of Sir Carmelo discussing this one. That's very helpful for you. So in an isolated system, it remains unchanged if there is no friction involved. Of course, if there is friction, may tabo na ma-change ang mechanical energy. The total mechanical energy is equivalent to the sum of potential at kinetic energy. So if you are going to get the sum of potential and kinetic, the result will be mechanical energy. Okay, or ME is equal to PE plus KE. Again, potential energy plus kinetic energy is equal to mechanical energy. And this one, conservation of mechanical energy. The total mechanical energy of an isolated system remains constant and conserved, provided that only conservative forces are responsible for the work done. WC stands for conservative forces. And I think